everyone, I was asked to do a short video on warming up before open water swimming. This is the way I approach open water swimming. First, I would like to say keep safety first and foremost. Please make sure you always swim with a buddy. That can be someone who is in the water with you, or someone who is kayaking along with you, or stand-up paddleboard with you. Never swim alone. Communicate with your buddies, know where you're going to swim to, know where you're going to take a break. And I also suggest that you swim with a swim-safe buoy for visibility and safety. Water is a special environment. Please don't get complacent. Have fun, but be safe and clearly communicate with the people you're swimming with. So, on to warm up before open water swimming. Take the time to do some static stretching. Take 5 to 15 minutes to stretch before swimming and getting on your wetsuit. We talked about stretches in our last video together, so pick out your favorites and work on those. At our age, some of us need those stretches before we can even attempt to put on our wetsuit. Wetsuit adaptation. Take a few minutes to get adapted to your wetsuit. Get in the water and let some water get into your wetsuit right around the neck, and I call it a little bit wetsuit boogie. Let that water seep down into your wetsuit, I suggest actually stepping back out onto land and let that water seep in, and I actually press the water out through my wrists, and I let it press it out through my ankles, and that water will actually act like a lubricant and get a perfect fit for that wetsuit. Move that wetsuit around, pull it up close to your neck, pull it up so it's snug around your crotch area and it's snug around your armpits. Once you have that all set, you can move on to some dynamic warm-ups. Do some arm swings. I do about 10 with my right arm forward, 10 with my right arm backward, and then 10 with my left arm forward, 10 with my left arm backward. And if you feel comfortable and you have the range of motion to do both at the same time, forward and backward, it gets your shoulders nice and loose. Streamline standing side stretches. Get in that streamline position as best as you can. Stretch up nice and tall, and then stretch to the right. Stand up nice and tall. Stretch to the left. I do about 5 to 10 on each side. Early vertical forearm. We talked about that in our last video. So you want to set that habit pattern before you get into the open water for swimming. So you can lean over, or you can do it standing up. I like to lean over and set that early vertical forearm. Do about 20 strokes on each side. Get nice and loose and get that habit pattern set. While you're leaned over, you can do some chest hugs, I call them, and just let your arms swing. This will get your lats nice and loose, and let those arms swing, and then hug your chest. One arm forward, and then the other arm forward. Do a few chest hugs. I'd say 10 to 20 of those. Get your lower body nice and warmed up and your heart rate up by doing squats. It also gets that wetsuit resituated. And I would do 5 to 10 squats. If you really want to get your heart rate up, you can do more. The most valuable part of my warm-up is that I do 1 to 3 sets of about 50 yards, 25 yards out, swim 25 yards out, swim 25 yards back. Before you swim all the way across the pond, don't just jump in and start swimming across the pond. If you do 1 to 3 sets of 50 yards, it will do a few things for you. Number one, it will let your body adapt to the cold water. A lot of people think that shortness of breath and that hyperventilation is anxiety. It's just your body's physiological adaptation to cold. So you want to get that out of the way before you start swimming across the pond. Number two it allows you to check your wetsuit again. I'll do my first set of 50 yards, and then I'll step out onto the land and do another little wetsuit boogie. Make sure I press the water out of my arms and press it down all the way out at my ankles. Number 3, it allows you to check your goggles. Are they tight enough? Are they fogging up? And number 4, sighting. It allows you to get your sighting game squared away on those short warm-up sets. When you swim out, you can take a little break, look around. What does it look like when I swim back to shore? Is the sun in my eyes? When I'm swimming across the pond out, is the sun in my eyes? What do I have to do? What am I going to sight on that far shore? So it allows you to get your sighting game all set. It also allows you to figure out, is there a current? Is the water more choppy in one direction than another? So that's the way I approach open water swimming. I hope that gets everybody pumped for the open water swim. We are really lucky to have so many options on Cape Cod. Be safe, have fun, always swim with a buddy.